Come on in, come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, Cheryl. Hey, Miss Kitty. How are ya? Good to see you, ladies. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You doing all right? People, mom. Hello, welcome, welcome in the bed with TPG. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the name of my new show at night. Decided to call it in the bed with TPG. I'm so tired, guys. I've had such a long day. Really, I gotta tell you a story. Wanna tell you all a story about a hopper ratted weird old wife. No, about what happened later on this chat. Remind me to tell you a story about what happened at CVS when I went there. It was crazy, crazy. Just the whole day's been off today. The day's just been crazy. So I'm glad to finally sit down and be able to do a live stream with you guys and talk to you guys for a little while. So I hope you guys are. Oh, there's a cat outside your window. Oh, you work. Oh, did you feed her? Make sure you feed her. You can. Lord, every time I go live, there's always like 50,000 people live, y'all. I can't have a good time to go live. It's crazy. I think someone left her. Oh, I'll take her home with you, Pitbull Mom. That'd be awesome to take home a new animal and love up on them. That would be awesome. I would do that. I would take them home with me. That's how I got baby Waffles' mom. I took her home. Someone abandoned her. No, she was there when I left. Oh, okay. Her husband says no. Oh, okay. Well, darn. So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? See, Mama Bear's live. So a lot of people are live. I see a lot of people are live. She just went live. A lot of people are live tonight. Folsom Studios. A lot of my good, a lot of people I know are live. So hope everybody is having a good evening so far. Chat and I just did this impromptu live stream to just kind of chill with everybody and see what everybody's up to. I'm gonna wait a little while and tell y'all this story because I don't want to repeat it too many times because it makes me furious. I should just do a video about it. The story just makes me so furious about what happened today. Okay, that's fine. You do that, girl. You just do what you got to do. So I don't even know how long I'm gonna last on this because I'm so sleepy. I may not last more than an hour. I'm gonna try to do at least. I'm gonna try to do 2 hours, but we'll see. It might just last an hour. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see. Miss Kitty, you do what you gotta do, honey bunch. What's everybody been up to today? Good, bad, and different. What's everybody been up to? I was multitasking earlier. Y'all have had a heck. Hey, Justice Handbrakes. I've had a crazy, crazy day. And I want to ask Miss Kitty and Miss Handbrakes something here in a little while. Um, that I want to ask them something, but I don't want their advice on something. What's up? What's up? What's up, girl? What's up? How is everybody doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. How is everybody? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a really long day. I have had some. I'll wait till Miss Kitty's able to listen to because I want both y'all's advice on this. You two are the most reasonable people I know, as well as Pitbull Mom and Cheryl. Everybody that's in here is very, very understanding this. So I want to make sure I say it. I got a story to tell, but this is the first part I just wanted to ask you guys. So let me give you something to drink first, and then I'll tell y'all. We'll be right back. Okay, give me 5 seconds. I don't know why I didn't get it when I came back, but I'll be right back. Okay, be right back. Come back, guys. All right, ladies. So, hello. Okay, so guys, I want to talk to y'all. So, as you know, I work part-time at Dunkin' Donuts on the weekends, and I am by no way, am I in any way, shape, or form a racist or a bad person or anything like that. I'm trying not to ever be. So, I was working today, and all of my coworkers were African American. Well, the manager, one of the managers, not the store manager, but one of the shift leaders, she was arguing with someone on the phone who was white. Texting them back and forth. They've been having this argument for like 3 days, her and this woman in her neighborhood. And she said to me today, I'm angry at white people, so I would stay out of my face if I were you. She said, and the other two workers who were also African American didn't hardly say much to me today and just kept one of them was very friendly, but the other one just kept rolling her eyes at me. What do you do in that kind of situation when someone says that to you? How do you feel about that, ladies? What is your advice on this? How would you handle this from then on? I didn't say anything. I just kind of laughed it off. But what do you say to that? How do you take that further? What's your advice on that? Do you have any Justice Hamilton? You can call me if you'd like. Yeah, I'm dealing with old spirits, exactly. You want to call me? I got a number you can call me in on. I'll put it in the chat. If you want to call and give me your opinion on this. I got 2 situations I'm going to give y'all tonight. I want y'all to call me on. If y'all want to call in on it, I'm going to put the number in here. I accidentally deleted the app last time, so I had to get a new one. All right. Hey. How are you doing? So, Miss Kitty, did you hear the situation that I just stated what happened? Hang on, let me let my dogs in. Of course, go out as soon as I got up, so give me a second. All right, guys, come on, walk. Come on. Hey, my dogs never want to go out until I like to get busy. All right, so anyway, that's the situation. I don't know if you heard the whole thing, Miss Kitty, of what happened, but I was just wondering what you guys' opinion was on that. I got a couple situations that happened to me today that I want to talk about. And you guys tell me what your opinion is on this situation. The first one is what the story I just told of what happened at work today. And I kind of wanted to know about that. You guys have and just yeah, I just wondered. I found it kind of offensive, though. I mean, I've never done anything to these people, and that comment I just felt was very uncalled for. I just felt it was very not right to say to somebody. I'm not. You can't just because you're mad at somebody or that race of people doesn't mean you have to be ugly to me. I haven't done anything to you. I'm not the person you're angry at. It's just kind of how I feel. So that, and then the other situation, this happened today. At CVS, where I get all my prescriptions, I've spent a lot of money on prescriptions, guys. They're all the time. I spend hundreds of dollars a month on prescriptions. Well, I've asked CVS to stop auto-filling them, to only fill them whenever I ask them to be filled, whenever I run out, so that I don't have 6 or 7 bottles or something sitting around the house, because, I don't want to have all that stuff. It's hard to keep up with that many. Long story short, let me back up. Let me give the first story, Miss Kitty. And I gave a number if y'all want to call in on this or just put your opinion in the thing. So I was working today at my part-time job at Dunkin' Donuts. And I was working with 3 African-American women that are nice ladies. One of them said to me today, she said, "I'm angry at white people, so I would stay out of my face if I were you." The other girl just continued. They were all talking about what she was angry at her neighbor. She'd been fighting with her neighbor, who was a white lady. And they were all talking about it. And the more they talked, of course, the meaner they got to me. And I was just like, wow, this is kind of crazy to say that to me, because I would never, ever, ever say anything that horrible to somebody. But her exact words to me was, "I'm angry at white people. Stay out of my way." And I don't think that was very nice, because I've never done anything to her. I've always been very, very sweet and very nice and just very much myself. And so for that person to say that was like, really? Wow, that's not very nice to say about somebody. To say to anybody. I just didn't think it was very nice. I don't know. I would never say that to anybody, because I don't hold that. Like I said, I don't do that. I don't really, I'm not that way. I'm just not. So I don't get it. Yes, exactly. So important, especially in the workplace, to say that. And I understand she was fighting with her neighbor who was white or whatever, but that's between her and her neighbor. That's not my position or my argument. It's not a reason to say that to me because of my skin color. And hey, Mila, because that's not nice. I've always been very nice to these people, and it was very uncomfortable today. Just very inappropriate all day long. It was just like, wow. And I was like, wow, I would have never said that to anyone, no matter who I am mad at, I would never say that. The way I see it, we will never. Exactly. Exactly, Justice Hammer says, "You will never know what it feels like to be white, and you never know what it feels like to be black. I don't discuss race unless I'm stating facts based on research." Exactly, and that's exactly how I felt too. I was like, you know what? I don't understand what it's like to be that way, but I still would never, no matter if I was mad at, if I'm mad at a person, I'm mad at the person, not their race or their sexuality or anything about them. I'm mad at that person, and I don't blame everyone else of that nationality or that race or, I mean, that nationality or that sexuality or whatever, because I'm mad at that person. I'm solely mad at that person, and my problem comes with me and that one person, not me and everyone of that particular thing. It doesn't matter. It's just, that's the way it is. So that was a little upsetting to me today. That was just very, very upsetting to me. That's like, wow, okay, that's just kind of crazy. So that was kind of my experience with that today. So that was that. So anyway, my second story goes to say what happened today. It's deep. I can feel them strong right now. Oh, really? Well, my second story is this. I get all my medicines at CVS Pharmacy right down the road from my house. It's a little, CVS. Everybody knows what CVS is. I've been going there forever. My mom goes there. My dad went there. Like, everybody in my family, has been going there for a long, long time. We just really love this store. And so there's this one lady in there. She got really rude to me a while back, and I just kind of blew it off. She's been rude to me twice. Well, today I went in there, and I've asked them repeatedly not to put my medications on autofill, just to wait till I call them and tell them. So I got there. She said, "We have 5 prescriptions." And I said, "Since when?" Yesterday I was told her I was only one. I was going to pick up one. How's there five? I said, I only want one. She's like, really? Again? And I looked at her. I said, excuse me? And I said, I've asked you guys repeatedly not to fill them unless I ask you to. And she said, your doctor did it. You need to call your doctor. That's why we prescribed it. And I said, ma'am, you don't have to be a bitch. And that's exactly what I said. I said, I've never done anything to you but be nice to you. She rolled her eyes at me. She's like, so do you want these or not? I need to know. And I said, ma'am, you don't have to be hateful. She said, I asked you a question. I'm sorry if you think I'm being rude. I said, you're not sorry, ma'am, because you've done this repeatedly. This is like the third incident I've had with you. And she said, do you want them or not? I said, actually, ma'am, I'll tell you what. She's like, hold on, I said, I want the shot. I need my shot for my Trulicity shot for my diabetes. So she's like, just a minute. She walks away, she comes back. She's like, fine. Do you want? And I said, you know what? Actually, no, ma'am. You know what? Just give me all of them. She doesn't. I said, no, you know what? Get them all. I said, I've had enough of your attitude. I said, I've done nothing to you. I said, I want to speak. I said, I want your name and your manager's name. She's like, my name is, and she said her name. And I said, I'm going to call you. She says, whatever. And I said, I've done nothing to you, bitch. And she looked at me and said, what'd you come? I said, you heard me. I said, that's exactly what you're acting like. And I don't like to call people names, but you are being very rude. And I said, just give them all to me. I said, I'm going to go and get my prescriptions filled somewhere. She's like, so do you want them or do you want me to just have them sent somewhere else or refilled? I said, just give me all of them. I said, how much are they? She's like, they're $9 a piece. I said, fine, just give them all to me. I ended up spending $61 on medication. Now, 3 of these I just had filled like last week. So I've got 3 big bottles of it. I ended up spending $61 on medication because I was so angry. So she sent a lady manager over and a girl manager. I explained to her what happened. And in the meantime, while I'm talking, let me just go back. While I'm talking, another girl walks over. She's like, hey, Mr. Says my last name. I don't get my government name right here. Too many crazy people. And she said, hey. And I said, hey, honey, how you doing? We're talking back before. She said, I'm good. And the other girl's just looking at me. So when the lady manager comes over, I'm to explain to her, I said, ma'am, she's just awful. She's a horrible person when she has customers. And she's rolling her eyes. I'm like, see, ma'am, look exactly what she's doing right now when I'm talking to her. She's just hateful. She's just rude. I said, she's got a problem. So this lady manager explains to me that she can't really do anything, that she's the store manager. And I said, exactly, I'm getting that huggy. So she said, I have to call store manager tomorrow. She gave me his name. So I'm going to call him tomorrow. And I would usually not, because I don't like to get people fired or get people in trouble, because I know what it's like to deal with the public, because I've had some nasty people come into my job too. But I'm going to tell you right now, I just was really, really sad because this lady has been rude to me 3 times. And I am so nice to these people in there. I am so kind. So I basically am out $61 that I was going to use for my birthday next weekend because of this crazy woman, because I refuse to go in there anymore and deal with her. So tomorrow I'm going to call the store manager and I'm going to see what happens and ask him, what he plans to do to this woman to rectify this situation. Because she had no right to be rude to me at all. Like, she just had no right. It's absolutely crazy. And then my job. But I didn't do my job. It wasn't me, Huggy Bear. It was her. She got rude with me when I went to, when I asked her a question. When I told her I want to pick up one medication. She got rude with me. So I've done that, and this is the 3rd time she's gotten rude with me. Like, I've never done anything but be nice. Someone's like, how you doing? I'm always like asking her how she's doing. So, and she's just hateful. And so I don't need to deal with that. Like, I've just realized that, I guess the older I get, that I don't have to deal with it. Just like at Dunkin' in my part-time job, I don't have to deal with stupidity. I don't have to deal with, I know you were the employee. And I get it, Huggy. I do. And I work at Dunkin', and I had some people yell at me all day long at Dunkin'. I get it. I go through the same thing all the time. All the time. I mean, I get it. People, yell at you for no reason. People treat you right. Exactly. I was the customer. I asked her a simple question. She went off. She was just horrible. But she does this all the time. Like, I think it's just her general attitude. And I don't know if she likes her job or whatever. But, like, I love my job at school. I love my job. I love being a teacher. I love being in education. I love it. But I don't like my job. I mean, I like my job okay at Dunkin'. I can deal with it. And I know sometimes, like today, it's crazy because, like, people are having to wait long lines. We didn't have enough people. Of course, we did have enough people. I want to know why it took 4 people to run drive-through, and everybody just kind of left me up there on the counter by myself. But that's neither here nor there. That's just the way they are. So, but you know, I was up there basically by myself. I'd have, you know, but I got through it. We all got through it. People were okay with it. You know, people are gonna be what they want to be. They can be stank, whatever. But if they act ugly, they just gonna wait longer. That's just kind of my philosophy. I'm in control, not them. So you know, if they want to be stank, they can just be stank longer because they're just gonna wait longer. That's how I look at it. That's just how I've always been. It's like you can just, you know, but I love my job. So you know, hold on, that's there. Thank you. I love my job at school, and I don't mind my job at nothing. But are the employees young? No, they're not. They're older. And the lady at the store is an older lady. Like she's in her probably 30s, I guess. And the woman at my job, the employee at my job, no, she's in her like 30s or 40s. That said that to me. So that's like what I've been through today. And I'm like, my God, this is just not a good day. You know, I was just like really over it because I try. I actually had a customer at Dunkin' Donuts and they thanked me. He said, "Thank you for being kind to me. This has been a really bad day." And he said, "Thank you for being kind to me." And my reply was back, "Well, sir, you're welcome. I try to treat my customers the way I want to be treated when I go into a store." So that's exactly how I feel. Like I try to treat people, you know, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. And the same manager, she was having problems with her customer yesterday with this same woman, and she was yelling at yesterday and saying really ugly things yesterday as well. Guys, I'm gonna close this camera for a second. She was saying ugly things to me yesterday, and she yelled at me and stuff like that. And I get that she's mad at her neighbor. I get that. And her neighbor has no right because her neighbor has said some really mean things to her and her child and you know, I get all that. I get it, but I'm not that person. I'm not the person who you should be mad at. Like, that's not who I am. I'm not that person. So she's mad at me. I'm trying to fix my air conditioner, guys. She's mad at me for something that someone else is doing to her. It's kind of not fair, honestly. And I'm not happy with it because I'm just tired of taking it. I'm tired of taking crap from people. That's my main goal right now. Is I'm just tired of taking crap from people for no reason, and I'm not taking it anymore from anybody. Anyway, I'm not taking crap from work. You know, I work at school, and in school we don't talk like that. It's okay, Cheryl. Um, it's okay, Cheryl. I just feel like people need to get a grip. I don't know. I guess I just try to be pleasant, but I'm tired of people taking advantage. I will no longer allow people to take advantage of me in any way, shape, or form. I'm just not going to do it. And my mama used to get on me about that all the time because she'd come and push over, you know, she would say all kinds of stuff, you know, and I did let people push, you know, me around for a long time and stuff like that. But I don't, I'm not anymore, you know, I'm not anymore. I'm done. I'm over it, you know. It's just crazy. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm venting, and I probably shouldn't be, and I apologize. I hope that I didn't offend anybody by saying what I said. I just wanted to be, you know. Hold on, I'm letting my dog in. Come on, Ollie. Come on, babies. Being brought up in a mixed family, I've seen racism on all sides. They come again. Oh no! See, I would never say that. I don't even think like that. Like I don't think like that. That's not my mentality. I just don't. I don't have time to hate like that. I don't have time. Hey Joe, I don't have time to hate anger of people and races and different things. I don't have time for it. I honestly don't. I just can't. I can't do it. There's just no way I can do it. To hurt myself, that I just can't. I can't. But people treat, you know, people have always treated me so bad and stuff like that. And then like today I was just like, screw it. I was so angry at everything. I was just like really, really, really trying to like I'll say this. I was really trying to be nice and really trying to have a good day pre my birthday. And like I said, today, I spent I was so angry. I spent $61. I probably should have told her, you know what, ma'am, it's my prescription. I'm the customer. I'll get as many as I want to when I want to get them. But I was mad and I spent $61. I was going to spend on my birthday. But it's not even that. I don't care. That's not, I mean, that is fine. I wanted to prove a point that she wasn't going to talk like that to me. And I was like, really, this is so crazy. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. As mean as people were to me at Dunkin' Donuts and stuff, I still try to keep a good face. I try to be surface because when you work in education, we don't talk to each other like that. We don't yell and scream. If my supervisor comes to me, they don't yell at me. They don't scream at me. They talk rational. And I mean, they put their foot down and they can be firm if they talk to us or if they need to be. But usually it's very, we don't work in an atmosphere like that. We don't yell, scream. We don't put each other down. We're very encouraging and kind to each other. And now last year I had a coworker, as everybody knows, if you follow me long enough, knows I had a coworker that was just a horrible, vile woman, but she's gone now. But even then, like we just working in that field, I'm much more of a professional, so I'm not used to working in that kind of scene. Um, and I've done nothing to this woman at CVS. That's what angers me so bad about it is this whole craziness of this way she treated me. I don't have time for it. I will not have time for it. I just cannot. Uh, this is the thing. Racism isn't old. I watched an episode of Bewitched where they made a black girl put on white. However, I don't hate sweet hate, but I can sense it as well. I don't have time for it, just us. I don't have time for hate of anybody. But there's no reason for people to spew hate to me. I mean, it goes both ways in any situation. I mean, it does. I try to. I mean, I'm not going to say my whole life is all about rainbows and lollipops. No. What tonight? I was saying how they changed the Hulk name to David because they thought the name Bruce was part of the gay movement. What, Joe? His name is David Banner. It's not. His name's always been David Banner, not Bruce. Um, his name's always been David Banner. Oh, it was Bruce Banner. You're right. It was Bruce Banner, wasn't it? You're right. It was Bruce Banner. Huh. I think about that, Joe. I mean, it's just crazy. Like it is unbelievable. By the way, guys, check out my review for Bohemian Rhapsody, the new movie. I did a review on it. If you guys want to check it out, and Freddie Mercury. You guys know I love Queen and I love Freddie Mercury, so I'm so excited. Hi, Remy Moore. How are you, Remy? I mean, but it's the same thing just as Hammocks as being a gay person, because we experience a lot of hate too for no reason, and a lot of anger and a lot of hatred gets lashed and thrown at us for who we choose to love. And I believe this way: love who you want to love. Don't worry about people's color or sexual preference. Just love who you want to love. You love a man, if you love a woman, if you love someone of a different race, just love them. Don't worry about what people have to say or do, because if you worry about everyone else's life, you're going to be really lonely in yours trying to keep up with everybody else's life. That's just how I look at it. I honestly I don't have time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There was just as many kills. And not everyone feels that way, and that's what one of the biggest feuds. Oh, hey, this is Waffles. This is Mama Baby. One of the biggest feuds I'm in right now on YouTube with somebody is somebody's not speaking to me. Two people. Well, one person not speaking to me because they felt like because I'm gay and they're gay, I should defend them on something, but I can't defend them on something I did not see nor witness. Secondly, they went and told somebody some ugly things about me that's a lie. And of course, that person didn't bother to verify it. They just said, oh, we're going to believe this stuff. And, it's just crazy. But people are always going to be that way, but you don't, just because you're some way doesn't mean you have to agree with the ways of everyone else. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you're feeling better, Remy. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to vent for a few minutes. I've just had that kind of crappy day. But I'm glad that I'm here now. Glad that I'm here with you guys now. A channel in the community posted their marriage and lost their innocence. What are you talking about? Is that a channel posted? Oh, whatever, whatever, Joe. No, they didn't. Like, my hair is real. I cut my hair. Did you guys notice it's not spiked up tonight? But I did cut my hair. Finally got a haircut. Finally got it cut off. It looks really good. And it's spiked up. She didn't do the best job. I had to go to my usual girl. I had a coupon. That was messed up. But they were like, "Well, you were not meant to be here, and if it was finding out you were real, you were no real subscriber." Exactly. You know, I've lost subscribers for crazy things. This situation's cost me some. It's cost me people not watching my stuff, but whatever. I don't get. Sometimes I don't get the views I used to get, but it is what it is. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm going to keep making my stuff. Yeah, they do. But see, I refuse to change who I am, um, or what I am for money or anything else. I absolutely refuse. I'm not. I'm not going to do it. But I will defend myself, and I will from this moment on defend myself. You know, I will just be who I am and what I am. People want to watch my stuff, watch it. If they don't, they don't. But I will defend myself. I will not allow myself anymore to be treated poorly by anybody. But I'm going to defend myself with the facts, and that's the way it's going to be. Because everyone else's opinion of me just doesn't really matter. It's not my business. What's that saying? What everyone thinks about me is not my business. That's kind of the old saying, and I believe that so much. Because I'm sorry, I shouldn't be this way. I'm sorry. I've had a really crappy day. I've had all these people like just these two incidents that happened to me today that shouldn't have happened, and it's just like crazy. So if anybody wants to call in, I have a number for you to call in. You can call in and talk to me for a minute. Give me your opinion on this or on anything. Um, Every human is born with the same authority. No one is born knowing my more better. Exactly. Oh Lord, girl, I don't think it can be any more crazy. I don't think I can take much more crazy. There's enough crazy in this world right now. I don't think I can take much more, girl. Oh, I'm exhausted. But I did go to a nice little party last night. It was really nice. And I'm going to talk to Kevin in 2 days. I'm hoping to talk to him tonight for a little while. He is a good friend of mine. Kevin's a good friend. And I do enjoy talking to him. And he'll give me some good advice, I'm sure, on the situation. He kind of keeps me grounded at times. So he'll give me some information about it. I said that's just how it is. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I can't say much more about it, but we'll see what happens after that, right? But I'm just gonna make my stuff and see how people go, you know. So and what's that, guys? I'm sending a text to someone that texted me. There we go. But yeah, that's just how it is. More crazy pill. Here you go, Joe. I know, right? I don't need any more. I don't need any more crazy in my life, y'all. I got enough. I'm surrounded by craziness. I don't need it anymore in my life. I really don't, guys. I mean, I hate to say that. I'm just, I'm ready to get up and go to work. So I'm off. Tuesday's my birthday. I'm off, but I have to go to the doctor. They're doing what they call a wellness check. I have to fast tomorrow night after. I think it's at 12 o'clock. I need to drink water. I have to go to the doctor and all that stuff. I'm going to be checking a lot of things. I've actually talked about Stonewall a lot to this younger generation, just as Hambricks. A lot. They don't even know who Marsha P. Johnson is, which just irritates me tremendously. People want to complain about situations they have no facts on. 90% of the gay population don't even know about Stonewall, and that's sad. Yeah, they're not. We don't carry those anymore. Um, we don't. Our store stopped carrying them. So they are kind of sad tasting them. I like them, Joe. I do, but we won't be having them anymore. We also lost our what do you call them? You know, Not Joe. Oh gosh, Joe. Our pretzel bites. I really like those too. Those are really good. So, anybody got a topic or anything they want to talk about? Please feel free to talk about it. We can talk about it here. Miss Kitty, I hope you're still here. Although Miss Kitty said she was multitasking at the moment. Um, she was doing that. There's another if anybody wants to call. Yeah, it's been bad. And I hate to call tomorrow. I hate to call the manager on that girl tomorrow because I'm not that kind of person, but I'm not gonna go in there anymore and be treated with disrespect. I spent a lot of money. Today alone I spent $61, and that's not even half my medication. So I mean I spend a lot of money in that store, a lot. And I don't my whole family does it. My dad said tonight, he's like, well, I'll just pull my prescriptions from there too, and we'll just go somewhere else. She doesn't need to act like that. So I don't want to see the store lose business that my mom swears by. Let's talk about why everyone's trying to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody because it's so amazing. Like, oh my God, it's so electrical. It's an electric movie. Like, the energy of it, the energy of the film. I mean, there's so much about it. I could go on and on and on and on. I won't, but I could. Because there's just so much energy. And Freddie Mercury was such a persona. And it's so sad. I mean, you know how his life ends. I mean, but it's just such a I cried during the movie several times. Really about twice, but it was just so believable. It was so he made you believe it was Freddie Mercury, especially in the one of the fun in the concert scenes. He made you feel like you were right there at his concert. How if you find a bank envelope, you turn in, take it. Like what happened to me the other day? So you found a bank envelope and you just didn't turn it back in. You kept it, Josie. I am that guy that would turn it back in because I believe in karma. And I believe if you do good, good will come. Like maybe the person will give you a reward for turning it in, or that might be some, person's paycheck that's all they got to pay. Um, that's all they got that week. Because I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I do that. And sometimes that's all the money I have for weeks. And so, when you live paycheck, that might be a single mom's money. I just, that all that runs through my head. And I just be like, you know what? I'm going to turn this back in because that'll be off my heart, on my conscience. And, even if I don't get a reward or whatever, hopefully that person, would be frantic. I just think, what if it's a mom and this is the money to feed her kids or something, and I believe, I would turn it in. No, see, no name, no shit. I can't, just in my mind. Oh, you lost it and someone took it instead of turning it in. Yeah, Josie, that's wrong. I am that guy that would turn it in now. Just because of that reason, I guess. Because I think, what if it's just somebody, what if that is a single mom's money or a young father who's trying to work hard to feed his wife and kids, and that's just his paycheck or something, and they might get evicted. So like all that runs through my mind. And I think no matter how bad, this money's great as a free $500 or whatever, I can't do it in my heart. I wasn't raised that way. Yes, I believe in surveillance cameras. Well, not even that, because nobody's gonna really know. I mean, but the point of the matter is that you gotta do what's honest, and honesty comes back to you in so many different forms, and that's so true. Honesty definitely comes back to you in every way. So if you be honest, then you do it. Yeah, I will go back into the store if the cashier forgets to scan something. That $7 and cost you $700 then. Exactly. Exactly. Now, I don't necessarily know if they'd arrest you for something a cashier forgot to scan, but still, I believe in that karma. I believe in that fate, that karma. I don't play that. I just don't. You know, I, if somebody gives me the wrong change, I give it back and tell them, because of karma. Like, I believe that I don't want to see that little person lose their job. That person, that boss, they might have a really jerk for a boss who would fire them over losing that $3 or whatever. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. It was just a bad day by both at work and at the drugstore. I just believe that, but I would hate to see that person lose their job. It could be a teenager that's working hard for their money, trying to help their family. It could be, anybody just working there. It doesn't. I don't ever want to see anybody without a job. I know it is, and that's why I'm kind of don't really want to call tomorrow on this lady at CVS. But I just think she has a bad attitude and should have worked there. Maybe this will help her wake her up. I know exactly. Will cause somebody to get fired. That is very, very true. I mean, so it's just like not nice for that. It's not at all nice. So I don't want to see that. You guys want to call in, ask me, I'll put the number in. You guys can call in and talk to me for a minute. Don't forget my birthday stream will be this Tuesday. I will be having a birthday stream. Yeah, you went back in too? Yeah, I've done that too, bro. Stop, Ollie. I mean, we all want to look for a deal and see something on sale and go, oh, this is cheaper, whatever. But I believe too much in karma, too much in all that stuff now. I don't want to get in that way. I believe if you surround yourself with positive energy, good things come in. That's why I treat people in a store like I would have never snapped at that woman and called anyone the BI word, because I think maybe she's had a bad day. The first time, okay, maybe she's had a horrible day. Maybe her day's bad. Maybe she had a fight with her family, whatever. But this is the third time that I've had a run-in with this woman. She just is a miserable person, and maybe she hates her job. Like my coworker, after she left the one I went to the show with, I found out, she hated her job. She was struggling paycheck to paycheck, trying to feed her kids. She lost a lot. She's gone through divorce, I did find her $20 on the ground walking home on the sidewalk. Well, hold on, let me let my pit bull kitty in, guys. She's outside of here barking. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta roll my windows up. Sorry, guys, I'm back. So sorry, y'all. It started raining. I was making sure my windows were rolled up. Random. Have you thought about vegan this? No. I'm going to get a cancer check, actually a wellness check. I won't say cancer. They're checking me for everything this week. The doctor, it's my family doctor. He wants to check me for everything that my mom had, my brother had, my dad had, all that stuff. I'm getting all that checked this week. On my birthday, actually, isn't that sad? I'm going to a doctor to get a wellness check and have to fast on my birthday. That sucks. And then I got to go get a machine to sleep, like a sleep machine to sleep with the night of my birthday. So it's just like, oh, God. Yeah. So it's just crazy. But I'll be on here that night, so make sure y'all come by and say happy birthday to me. Spend some time with me. I heard that I need to look into the keto diet. I'm actually going to talk to my doctor on Tuesday about getting a lipo van or the stomach stapling surgery, one of those weight loss surgeries. I heard you can't do keto if you're diabetic. That's what I've heard. So I don't know about that. I need to do some research on that. I didn't know. I'm not sure. You were going to work in a sleep lab once. Really, Remy? Remy, how old are you, by the way? I was going to be in Colombia. I am actually big enough, just as Hambricks, believe it or not, I am. And because I'm a diabetic, I'm actually able to get one too. I'm actually able to get one. Keto has no sugar or starch. Oh, Lord. Wow, I love my breads too much. That would kill me. But I'm actually big enough. I could eat some. See, oh my gosh, I'd have to look it up, Remy. I'll have to look up this keto diet. I know a lot of people have lost a lot of weight on it. One of my biggest things, I just need to zero cancer growth. Remy, you had cancer? Wow, Remy, that's amazing. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna look into some options. They were giving me. I was on medicine for a weight loss, and it hasn't lost what the doctor wanted me to lose. So that was our deal. So I'm gonna look into some different options tomorrow. I mean Tuesday when I go to the doctor. And also was and also and a good cleanse started shredding. Yeah, it's just like the I lost a lot of weight on the was that somebody calling me? No. I lost a lot of weight a long time ago on the Atkins diet. But as soon as I started eating, I got in. Oh, you're young. Remy, you're young. If anybody wants to call in and talk about anything, please do. Feel free to call. If not, don't feel bad. We'll just chill there. That's awesome. So he has lost some weight. I have to see about that also. See about the keto diet. Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna look some stuff up on it, but I'm gonna talk to him first because we had talked about some weight loss ideas, and I'm gonna talk to him about that as well and see what he says. What my issues would be. What my issue options are for losing weight. Trying to live a little healthier and stuff like that. So we'll see. So we will definitely see. Wow. Yeah, they say I've got sleep apnea. That's what the lady said. So that's why I got to get this little machine, and it's a sleep machine, and apparently I have to sleep. I wouldn't go in there and have the sleep study done. They wanted me there at like 7:30. I was like, no, y'all, I can't be there that early. What am I going to do in a room that time? I'm gonna go sleep till like that'd be. I wouldn't have my computer. I wouldn't have nothing. I'd be so bored. Oh my goodness, like a snarcher. Ooh. So I would be so bored. So I told him I'd just do it here when I go to sleep here. So um, I was like, yeah, I was serious. I gotta wear this machine. But Waffles isn't allowed in the room that night. She's got to sleep in her cage because y'all know she ruined the last one and I had to pay for it. Uh, that part that she ruined. So this one is like super, super expensive. So I got to put Waffles in her cage, in her kennel that night. So she got to sleep in her kennel. But if she chooses this part of it, it's going to cost me a lot of money. Come here, Waffles. Come here, Waffles. It's going to cost me. So I'm not going through all that. I bet that would scare me too. Come here, Waffles. Everybody wants to see you. Come here, Waffles. Come here, girl. Come here, Waffles. Where's Waffles? Come here. Here she is. Hey, girl. Here's Waffles, everybody. Here she is. Say hey, everybody. Say hey, homie. Say hey, buddy. Tell your friends on your Waffles. Say hey, buddy. Say hey. Say hey. Yes, I'm still enjoying my birthday presents that Miss Carol sent me. She was just doing it playing with her stuff. She says, and I even shared a couple of things, but most of it's just for her. She shared some of her toys. She's been nice and shared a few things with Lexi and a few of the other doggies. And she's been a good girl, but she enjoyed her birthday presents that Miss Carol sent her. Yeah. Oh, so he's calling me now. Let me know. Hey, hello? Hello? Hey, how are you? Who's this? Cheryl?
Yes.
Hey, Cheryl. How are you doing, darling?
I can't hardly hear you, Ron.
I said, how are you doing today?
I'm kind of had a bad day, too.
I'm sorry.
So I hope it gets better for both of us.
Yeah.
But, on your situation, I think shaming that person and then turning them in is probably the best way to handle that.
Yeah, I just hate to see somebody lose their job. Goodbye, Justice Hambricks. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here so long. I love her. I've known her forever. Yeah, I just hate civilization. I don't like to report people's stuff, but this is, I mean, she's just out of control with how rude she is to me. And I don't know if she's that way with other people, but I have never done anything to her to my knowledge, you know. And, you know,
That's no way to treat anyone now.
it's
No
not.
way at all.
And
you know, she's going to have to acknowledge the fact that you cannot work with public and treat them that way.
you can't, exactly, you can't.
They have to touch you and you have to be that nasty, then you need to work elsewhere.
Right. And you know, sometimes like we just don't like people. There's certain customers that come in Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, oh God, here they come. Like, but I don't treat them nasty. I'm just like, okay, and they annoy me and they get on my nerves, but I treat them like I treat them best because, like I said, I want to be treated. I want you to be the way they treat me. Now, if they get nasty, I can, you know, I'm like, hold up a minute, you know, but I ain't done nothing to you. Back up here, you know. I tell somebody that day, hey, I've done nothing to you. Back up a second, you know.
Yeah, my daughter had a very nasty cashier yesterday at Walmart that was terribly rude.
Oh, really?
And it's just not called for. It's totally uncalled for.
It definitely is. You're right. It is, and that's what I'm saying. It's not right, and it's you don't have to be. And I mean, I understand. Sometimes it's hard, even in my job in education, or even you know when I'm working that piddly little job in Duncan. Sometimes it's hard to leave your personal stuff at home. Sometimes if you're not feeling well, or but and I get it. I get it, but. This is the third incident I've had, you know. The first time I was like, maybe she's just having a crappy day, maybe she's stressed, you know. I get it. You know, like we have this customer comes in Dunkin' and they're always rude to whoever waits on them. And I'm like, you know, you just have a really crappy life. But I don't let them get to me anymore because then they realize that they're not. Some people just are crappy to you because they want to get their way. So that's the way it is, you know. So it's like, okay. So
I had some real bad experiences in the hospital with the nurses. I had also at the nursing home. And, you know, I just feel as though if they're going to act like that, they have no business having that type of a job.
oh,
You know,
honey,
they need to go elsewhere.
you're right. Because I know when my mama was in the hospital, I asked this nurse a question about my mama, and she snapped at me. And honey, that was all she wrote. I told that woman, I said, I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of job you have. That's my mama. And you will not snap at me. And I understand if you're trying to do something to my mama, you can turn around and say, just a second, sir, and I'll answer your question. But she snapped at me. And I got her, I got the charge nurse in there, the head nurse. I wouldn't even list her. I made him get the head nurse. She came and I explained it. That nurse came back in and she apologized and she explained the situation. I said, ma'am, I get it, but you could have turned it and said, you know, sir, give me just a second. I'll answer your question. Instead, you just got ugly and rude. And I told him I didn't want her taking care of my mom anymore if she's going to behave like that. But she came back in twice and apologized to me. She did come back, and she came back in a couple hours later, and she apologized again. And I was like, yeah, you know, I was like, I'm done with you. Don't, you know, this is my mama. I have every right to answer any question I have about my mama.
That's exactly right.
You know, and your job's to answer my question. You're the nurse taking care of my mother who's in the hospital, you know, dying. Your job is to answer my questions as a nurse that I'm unable to answer, you know, and so you don't have to snap at me. And as I've gotten older, I just don't let people, I'm not going to allow it anymore. I'm just not going to allow it. I just refuse,
right.
You know.
Well, it's just like also with all this hate going on with this YouTube channel. It has saddened me so much. It's terrible. All the hate. I just, oh my land.
Well, a view is not that important to me. Money is not that important to me. You know, to hurt people's feelings for money or for views. It's just not that important. I don't have time. Hating is a disease, and some folks need to get well soon. You know what I'm saying? Are you there?
And it's terrible how everything gets so twisted. It just amazes me how everything gets so twisted. You know, and and the way they, I don't know if you go to this person's channel because you like them and enjoy their channel, and then it makes the other one mad. That's not right. That's ridiculous.
Well, I said this today. Nobody's going to tell me how to worship my God. No one is going to tell me how to live my life, and nobody's going to tell me who I can and can't be friends with.
That's right.
And if I enjoy, no one's going to tell me what I can and can't spend my money on. If I'm the only person in the whole wide world that likes Queen, and I decide I want to go out and buy a Queen CD, then that's my problem. That's my money. I work hard for it. I buy it. No one's going to tell me anything or make me feel bad for that way. I'm not going to do it. If I want to, if I want to worship, I have my own religious beliefs. I worship my God my way, and that's the way I am, and that's what I believe in strongly. If I want to go to a YouTube channel of someone I like, if no one else likes them but me, as long as they entertain me, that is more than happy to me. That's all I care about. That's just the way I am. That's how I'm always going to be. I don't have to have 50,000 viewers. I just come on here to talk to you guys and give you guys a little bit of my life and my, like today. I was like, I want to tell them what happened. I probably should have made a video, and I probably might still make a video for
your channel.
Well, thank you, baby.
I think you do an exceptionally good job.
Well, thank you. I mean,
your channel is very enjoyable. I love your channel.
Well, thank you, Cheryl, and thank you for being a fan. And I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I do appreciate the people I have, and I don't get it. I don't have to have a ton of views. I don't get a lot of views. I get some more. I get different ones. But you know what? I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy what I do on here, and that's what I came for it about. That's how I feel. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's how I'm always going to do it.
And I think in the chat we have a great group of people.
We do. I love.
Speaking about the Atkins diet, I was on it. I went clear down to a size 6, 8, and I lost weight very fast. It was a wonderful diet for me. It may not be for everyone.
Uh-huh.
Now that I have diabetes, I doubt that. I doubt that I could go back on it. I'm going to be checking into that. But I'm still smoking, and I need to, try to do something about that.
Yeah.
But I'm so nervous going through what I'm going through that,
well,
if I gave up my cigarettes, I'd be more nervous.
I swore I wouldn't say this to people, but what you're going through with your situation, smoking doesn't help it though. It doesn't. And
that's true.
It doesn't help you. Look who I got on here, Cheryl. Look who she is. She heard you. Say, hey, Cheryl. It's Waffles.
Oh, I love Waffles. I love you, honey.
Have you been following us since
my Waffles.
Have you been following us since she was first born when she was a little tiny baby? She's
I remember.
Yeah, she's grown so much. Hey, baby girl. Yeah. I mean, it took me a long time to quit smoking, and I still have a lot of complications from smoking. A lot of things that have happened to me. Like I have such pain. Like you guys can't see it right now, but my feet are swollen. They're like that big around. Hey, Sharon, my ankles are swollen from where I've been on them all day. So I have a lot of problems, and I'm gonna talk to my doctor about all that when I go. I'm gonna say this is it. This is my end of the year check. I want to know what's going on. This medicine he's got me on is not working. I need to know what to do, where to go from here, because this is getting on my nerves. It's getting crazy. I'm supposed to see a pain specialist one day soon. I got to find out when I'm going to see them, to figure out what to do about these discs, because this stuff's not happening. That pill Chantix did not work for me, Remy. It made me smoke more. I told y'all that it made me smoke more. And hello, Sharon Lee. I love you. So, basically.
Sharon Lee. I love her channel,
yes,
too.
I love her channel, too, very much. And so we look like she's been with me a long time. We've been friends a long time.
She's a sweetheart.
She is, and she's stunningly beautiful. She's one of the most beautiful people inside and out I've ever known in my life. Well, Cheryl, thank you for calling me, my love, and thank you for calling and getting to see Waffles. And I know you love Waffles. I always Tell Waffles Cheryl loves you. I think your Waffles is #1 fan. I think Cheryl. You and another lady named Shelby.
Okay, honey, I'm gonna get off so someone else can go, and I love you both.
I love you so much.
And I love everyone in the chat, and you have a wonderful evening.
And I'll see you on my.
Make sure you have a wonderful birthday.
Well, I hope you come in on my birthday chat that night and hang out with me on my birthday.
Oh, I will.
All right. Well, and you better get yourself feeling better. Okay. All right. I love you.
Okay, honey. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye. And that was Cheryl, guys. Cheryl, she comes in and talks all the time. I did the first reading. Yeah. Changes didn't do anything for me. That was Cheryl. So she called in to say hey to me and talk to me for a minute. She always calls them and says hey to me and everything. So I will be doing this live stream on my birthday, Sharon. You'll have to come by. It's on Tuesday night, and we'll have a little live stream and hang out here. If you guys want to either pop on the panel and say hey, or you can call or whatever and chat with me, that would be awesome. We'll have it going on all night long on the panel till I get off. I'll probably live streaming periodically throughout the day, actually, but I don't know. I've got so much going on that day. I don't know why I thought about it. I said, why did you schedule doctor's appointments on your birthday? But I know why, because I'm out of school. I don't have to go to work that day. And so it's easier for me because then I don't have to use any of my sick time or anything to go to the doctor. And one of these appointments I have, they can only do in the daytime. So I have to make sure that I can do it at certain times. So I was like, well, I'll just do it on my day off. That way, I can do it that way. Instead of taking a sick day off, because I think if you take a sick day to go to the doctor, you go to the doctor and you're there, 30, 40 minutes, and then you're free the rest of the day. And I'm like, well, I could have went on to work. So sometimes you take a half day, and that works too. But I just didn't want to do that. So I'm glad that I've had a little sick time ran out last year when I had my appendix ruptured. So I'm trying to build it back up. And I try not to use any of my time unless I really need to. So, yeah. But anyway, thank you, Cheryl, for calling me and talking to me for a few minutes. And I hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend. That was so rough today. Good night, Remy. You'll have to call in sometime, Remy, and talk to us and let us hear you talk and everything. Talk to us and hang out with us. Remy, thank you, buddy, for coming in and checking on me. I might be in Columbia. I know I'm going to be taking my dad, not this weekend, but the following weekend for his birthday. He wants to go to the museum there in Columbia. So I will be, yes, Remy, go ahead. I will be taking my dad to the museum there in Columbia. So maybe we can meet up in Columbia or something. I can actually meet you. That'd be awesome. I'd love to meet up with you. I like meeting people that I know. What was my appendix symptoms? Oh, I'll tell you all about it. It was crazy. I was feeling really bad for about a week. My stomach hurt really bad. And it was on a Saturday. This is not to be too you, my guys. So sorry if it gets nasty. But yeah, sure. I'll get in touch with you. Write me an email or something, Remy, and we'll get in touch. Anyway, I was having really bad stomach problems, and then all of a sudden, on a Saturday night, I did a live stream with Doug that morning, and I was just so uncomfortable. My stomach hurt, my back hurt, and then I started feeling like I had diarrhea. So I started having this really bad diarrhea all day Saturday. Well, Sunday I had play practice. I barely got any sleep on Saturday. Just my back hurt, my stomach hurt so bad. Sunday I drank a whole bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Well, then I got constipated. Could barely go to the bathroom. So I thought, Lord, I done drank too much and I stopped myself up. So then I just started going to the bathroom, like having diarrhea. And then finally when I got home, my stomach felt like I had a rock in it. And I went to play practice. And I was really pale. I was just feeling bad. My stomach hurt so bad. But like I said, it felt like I was constipated. That kind of constipated feeling, like you have something in your stomach, it's just you can't get out. It was awful. And so I went home and I started throwing up. And so I was like, I'm gonna lay down and go to sleep. And I tried to lay down and I couldn't get comfortable. My back hurt. Like I said, my back, all of it hurt. Like people are just dropping out quick. They're like, I can't hear this. And so then basically I just ended up having a stomach ache mostly. And the doctor said some guys feel it either in their stomach or they feel it in their backs. And or like in their, their stomach or in their side. I never felt the pain in my side, but that was my symptoms of it when I had it. So if you're having any of those symptoms, go to the doctor immediately, because I was going to go to bed and just go to sleep. And he said mine would have ruptured if I would have done that. So, so make sure you Go get it checked out if that's the case, buddy, because it's nothing to play with. If it ruptures, it can kill you quickly. He said that if he said mine broke in his hand, and if I would have went to work the next day, it would have ruptured, and I would have just got really sick and had sepsis and not known any different. So get it checked out. Anybody else have any questions or anything? Like I said, I've been trying to do some live streaming more because I know my stuff, people aren't watching stuff and seeing me like they used to because I kind of doing hairspray. I got so lost and everything, but I'm back, guys. I'm trying to give y'all as much of me as I can. I've just had a really crappy day today. With those women wanting to call me, that woman wanting to say ugly things to me and all that stuff. So I'm just like, ugh. It's just been a really rough day, but I'm not going to dwell on it anymore. I got it off my chest. I got advice from people, so I'm good with it. We're going to move past it and move on to something else. So does anybody have any questions? Oh, I did a review on the new movie about Freddie Mercury's wife, Bohemian Rhapsody. I cannot wait to see it again. I'm going Wednesday, I think, with a friend to see it. Late birthday thing for me with her. It was so good. Watch the review I did on it. On my channel, please check out that review. Give me a thumbs up on it. If you would do that, I would so appreciate it. I also have a review for Star is Born. You can watch that as well. Those are on there as well. I love doing my reviews. I do want to see a movie called Boy Erased. Yeah, it's just rude. People being rude to me today. Just rude and obnoxious. A lady at CVS got very, very rude with me. A lady in the pharmacy. Not the pharmacist, one of the techs. She's just been rude to me. This is the third experience. I called her a bitch. I didn't mean to. Well, yeah, I did. I did mean to say that. I'm sorry I shouldn't say that. I did because I don't like to use that word, but she's just been very rude to me. And she was rolling her eyes at me, and she's just been really nasty. And I'm just tired of her being nasty. And I don't like her attitude. And I have to call her manager tomorrow, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to see anybody get fired. But she's just been rude, and I've never done anything to her. I've racked my brain all day trying to figure out if I've ever done anything to her, and I can't think of anything I ever have. So, she's just a nasty person, a vile person, and maybe she doesn't like her job or whatever. But that's no reason to take it out on me because I've always been pleasant to everyone there. Like I said, my whole family swears by this CVS. We all get all our prescriptions there, and so. I don't need it anymore. She's just been really mean and hateful. And the whole time I was talking to her manager, she was rolling her eyes and just, all this stuff. Not her manager. I was talking to the manager on duty, and that manager on duty told me I need to call the store manager. But she was rolling her eyes and slamming stuff down. She threw the thing out the window at me to sign. She was just really hateful today. And maybe she's had a crappy day. And I've been thinking, well, maybe she's had a crappy day. But 3 times? Come on, lady, really? And then I thought, if I don't, I ended up sharing. I ended up telling her, you know what, just give me every prescription I have in this place right now that's filled. And it was like $61 that I was saving to go out of town to Columbia, mind you, to get a hotel room in Columbia. That was part of my Columbia money. So I may not get to go out of town, but that's okay. It doesn't even matter because I was so mad. I was like, just give me the money. Give me the prescriptions. I will take them home, put them in the thing because I want to just be done with it. I'm done. I'm not going to come back here anymore. I was so angry. And because it was so uncalled for. And I spent so much money on prescriptions and everything. And so I talked to her, she's rolling her eyes. It was crazy. And I was like, lady, I have never done anything to you. And I haven't. So I don't know if she just doesn't like me. Maybe I remind her of someone she doesn't like. And then she's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, ma'am, you're not sorry. You're not sorry because you've done this 3 times. You're just rude. And the manager, the little girl manager that came to the window, she said, yeah, I understand your dilemma, sir, but I am not in a position to do anything to her. You'll have to call the store manager tomorrow. And I was just like, I don't want them to lose my business, but I'm not going to be treated like that by somebody. And if I do continue to go there and she doesn't get fired, I'm still going to ask that. I just don't have any interaction with her. If she comes to the window, take care of me, I'll say, I'm sorry not to be rude, but can I get somebody else to wait on me? Just something like that. And she may end up doing that herself. Because I know, like at Dunkin', there are certain customers that people won't wait on. Different ones in the store, they'll say, hey, go wait for us. Oh, we'll do it. And they have reasons, exactly. I was just very, 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 very sad because, and now I spent that $61 I didn't need because I didn't need the other prescriptions. I just had them filled a week ago, so I didn't need the other ones. So now I've got like 2 bottles of this stuff sitting here. But I was so angry. I just don't care. I was just like, fill it. I don't care. So, but it's neither here nor there. It's irrelevant, actually, because I don't care because I wasn't. I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna. And so then she's like, so are you gonna fill these? Or are you gonna get them done somewhere else? Please let me know because I need to know what's going on. And I'm like, ma'am, it doesn't really matter what's going on. I need to know. If you're taking them somewhere else, I need to know. If you're getting them here, I need to know. I'm like, okay, you know what? You tell me what's going on. You know, I said, you know what? Just give them to me. I ain't got time. You know, it's like, well, you need to let me know. And I was like, whatever. I was like, just get them. I'm done with you and your craziness. You know, she was just hateful as crap. And it's the third time I've had this experience with her. Oh my gosh. And I snapped. And I'd already had a crappy day at Dunkin' Donuts. I think it was part of the reason because of what happened at Dunkin' Donuts. And I said that earlier. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but I had an experience at work because at Dunkin' Donuts, someone was, I was working with some African American employees today who I thought were friends of mine or whatever, and one of them said to me, she was explaining yesterday how she's been fighting with her neighbor next door, and her neighbor's white, and they've just been fighting back and forth and fighting back and forth. The other day, she said to me, "I'm very angry at white people, so I suggest you just stay away from stay out of my face and stay away from us." And so it was kind of like, what? Like I was really sad because I would never say that. So it's just been that kind of day with everybody, and I'm just like, you know, I was just like, oh, I've had such a crappy day. I just want to go home and lay on the couch and eat dinner and watch TV and eat Pop-Tarts and not be bothered by people. Not be bothered by anybody. So I was just like, oh crap. And then right after that happened, yeah, that's what she said. And then the rest, they just kind of all treated me crappy the last 2 days. And I haven't told my store manager. It's irrelevant of people's skin color. It's irrelevant of people's skin color because I don't care about people's skin color. I don't, because you know I'm not that way. It's just about it though. It's like she didn't have a right to say that to me. I would never say that to anybody. I don't have time to say that, you know. But to say, oh, I'm, you know, stay out of our way is not nice. It's just not a nice thing, you know. So that's what my day has been, you know. Just that's been my day. So that started, and then when I went to CVS and she got rude, it sent me into a tailspin, I think, and it was just even more just a crappy day all the way around, and I'm just like over it because I don't pass judgment on people. I would never say that to anybody. Maybe she should have taken the day off, and I agree with that. Maybe she should have taken the day off. I'm just kidding. That's so sad because I really love her and I love all of them so much. So like, we usually laugh and kind of have a good time, but say, you know, to say that to me, I'm not, don't just because you're fighting with somebody of my race doesn't mean you have to hate me for it. I'm not saying those words to you. That's just how I feel. I'm like, I don't put people down I don't blame everyone for one person's stupidity. My mama taught me that. Don't blame one person for somebody's stupidity. Blame that person. Blame that person that is, you know, blame that person that's angered you, not the people, not everyone in that group. Don't whack them all together, you know. That's just the thing. And so that's just where I've been at today. I'm just like, ugh. And then I got Steve S, like I said, she did that to me, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I went to McDonald's, and luckily I got some food at McDonald's for lunch. And that girl was really, really nice. And I was nice to her, and I was like, you have a great day. And I even had a customer day at Dunkin'. He said, thank you for being pleasant to me. It's nice to have people be pleasant. And as I told you earlier, I said to him, my reply was, I treat people the way I want to be treated. And that's so true. I do. And that's just, I try to practice that philosophy with my students and everything. I try to respect people. I try to treat my students with respect because I believe if you're going to be, you can't be respected if you don't give respect. And I try to treat people. Even that lady at CVS has been rude to me. So like I said, her third time, and the first 2 times, I still continue to be nice to her. I just blew it off. I was nice. You know, yesterday when my boss was she's not the boss, she's a supervisor, was arguing with this white lady. She was being really hateful to me, yelled at me and stuff like that. And I just kind of blew it off. I'm like, you know what? She's having a bad day. I understand she's angry. But then today to say that, it was just like, really, guys, I just didn't feel very nice about it. It's just been that kind of day. So anyway, guys, yeah. So that's where I'm at, Sharon. That's the kind of crappy day I've had. So, but I am going to call that girl's manager tomorrow. And I don't really want her to get fired, and I'm gonna tell him that. I'm gonna say, you know, I'm just not gonna have any dealings with her. If I choose to come back to the store, because I'm thinking about just calling my prescriptions into another place, and just not have to deal with the whole thing, even though this is the closest drugstore to my house, but I can get there in like 5 minutes or 6 minutes, which is really good when I run out of medicine. Sometimes I realize I have to run up there at like 8 o'clock at night, like now, because they close at 9 and I can still get my meds, you know. But I just don't want to be bothered with this craziness of her, you know. So, like I said, it might just come down to me saying I don't want to deal with it. But I am going to call her supervisor because they do have a right to know. They do. And I'm not sure if I'm going to tell my store manager about what was said to me today or not, because I think it might just cause a war that doesn't need to happen. I may just blow it off, but it's just kind of how it started. Today, my day was just like, ugh, the whole day was just crap. It was just like 1, 2, 3, like a, you know, what that, you know, snowball. It just kept rolling down the hill and getting worse and worse and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, poof, it just blew up. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, oh God, bless a milk cow, you know. So that's where I've been. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I'm gonna cut this short. I usually try to do a 2-hour live stream, but I'm really tired and I want to chill out a little while before I talk to Kevin. I haven't talked to Kevin all weekend because I went to a big party last night and everything. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening, Miss Kitty. Thank you for sharing. Thank you everybody who came by. Remy, thank you for all my mods who are my mods in my channel. Thank you so much for being there. Make sure you guys subscribe to Sharon. She does wonderful live streams. She has a wonderful channel. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. Make sure you subscribe to everybody in the room. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys. Don't forget my birthday live stream is November 6th, which is Tuesday. It'll be from 7 to 10. And then we will, so come by and see me. I love you, Sharon. Come by and see me. You say happy birthday. You can come on the panel. You can call me, whatever you want to do. We'll have a good time together. It ought to be really fun. So anyway, get with me and let's talk about it. And we'll go from there, okay? All right, guys. Talk to you soon, okay? All right, guys. Be good to yourselves. Remember to be the best you can be to everybody. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's my policy. I love you too, Cheryl. I love you, Miss Kitty. I love you all. Okay, guys. Good night. Bye.